In this video, I'm going to share with you some farmhouse decor ideas. For this first one, I am using this 12-inch wood round and this stencil that I got from a pack that I ordered from Temu. And I'm just going to take some burnt umber paint and a baby wipe, and I'm going to use the baby wipe to rub the burnt umber paint all over the wood round. And after I get it covered, then I'm going to take a clean baby wipe and go back over it. And this is going to give the wood round a stained look. And after it's dry, I'm going to take my square and I'm going to mark out about middle ways of the wood round. And I'm going to paint the bottom half a medium blue color. I'm using this cobalt blue from Apple Barrel and add in just a little bit of black to it. And then I'm going to mix that up and I'm going to paint the bottom part of the wood round with that. The family that I am making this for, their favorite color is blue, so that's why I'm using the blue paint. I'm just being real careful, not using any painter's tape to keep the line straight across there. And now I'm going to take that stencil, and I'm not going to put it all the way down into the blue part. I'm going to leave part of it that says "This is us" up a little bit into the stained part. And I'm just going to use white paint and a stencil brush to dab up and down over where all of the letters are on the stencil. And now I'm going to paint their last name into the part that is left blank, because it says "This is us, the blank family." And then I'm just putting their last name into that part. Now I'm going to make like a rag bow using some old jeans and different kinds of ribbon and also some burlap ribbon. I'm just cutting strips from each of these different types of material to make the rag bow with. This is just some material that I got from Dollar Tree. It's kind of about the same color as the blue is on the wood round. There's some white ribbon and now some burlap ribbon. I'm also going to do some burlap ribbon with lace on it. This piece of green burlap. And now I'm just going to crisscross the ribbon and the jeans material and the other material until I get the look that I am going for with my rag bow. And I only have one of that stripe one there that I just put on top, but I'm going to go ahead and use it anyway. And I'm using a pipe cleaner to secure the little rag bow into place there in the center, and I'm going to just scrunch it all up and make it look messy, and I'm going to glue it to the top of the wood round. And now I have this wooden heart, or wooden flower. This came from an old belt that I have, and I don't throw anything away, so I cut the flowers off. I'm going to be using that for another DIY. You'll see that in a few minutes. And I'm using some jute twine to make a hanger for it, and I'm going to use some of the burlap ribbon there just to help make it more secure for it to stay in place when they hang it on their door. And there we go. I know they're going to love it. Now for this one, I am using a charger that looks like wood, a little pig I got from Walmart, and another stencil that came from a pack from Temu, and some more of those wood flowers from the belt. And I'm going to dry brush some white paint onto the charger. I'm not going to give it full coverage. I want some of the wood to show through, give it that farmhousey, old weathered vibe. Now I'm taking some Christmas green and just a little bit of nutmeg to make the green kind of like a forest green. I'm not going to be using that right now, but I'm going to be using that in a minute with the stencil. And I'm going to take some more of that burnt umber and I'm going to go on the pig. I had already painted it a lighter color for a different project, decided to do something else. and I wanted the pig darker for this one. So I'm going to paint that on there, and then I'm going to use a baby wipe to wipe back some of the color. Now I'm going to glue the pig to the center of the charger. I'm using the pig on the back side because I didn't like the cutout on the ear on the front side. Now I'm going to take 4 of those wood flowers from the belt, and I'm going to glue those around the charger. Once I get all of those glued into place, then I'm going to use the stencil, and I'm just going to use the leafed part there on the top along with the green paint, and I'm going to paint that in between where the wood flowers are. I'm going to do this all the way around the charger. Then once that's dry, my stencil's clean, I'm going to stencil on the word home and those leaves again onto the pig itself, and I'm just using white paint for this part. And there we go. Now for this one, I am making a welcome porch leaner. This board is about 4 feet long and about 5.5 inches wide. And I'm just going to brush on some white paint, not giving it full coverage, once again letting the wood shine through. The piece of wood itself was just a piece of scrap that someone had thrown out. It had a sticker on it that said it was reclaimed pallet wood. I like to use reclaimed wood and reuse it for other things, even if that means I have to pull nails and staples out of it. And now that's dry, I'm going to take my sanding block and I'm going to go over it and take a little bit of more of the paint off. And now I'm using stencils that I got from a pack from Walmart.com, and I'm measuring. I had already laid all my stencils out and measured, and I went down about 6.5 inches from the top to put my first stencil, and then 6.5 inches from the bottom to put my second stencil. And I'm using a stencil brush and some black paint. I'm just daubing up and down on all of the letters. And you can see there that I am putting my stencils, after I've got the letter done, into an ice cream bucket that I put some water in so that the paint doesn't dry on my stencils too much before I can get to clean them. Now I've got all of the letters on there. Now for the top and the bottom part, I'm going to use another stencil that I got from the pack from Temu. I'm just using the leaves and the little dots, and I'm putting one on the top and then one on the bottom. And now this is like a little windmill welcome sign that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm taking apart the sign, and I'm just going to do it so that it'll still spin. I can glue each of the parts on there so that the windmill part will still spin. I'm going to get all of that glued on there. And there we go, spinny spin. Now let's take one last look at all of the project. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.